All right, welcome back, everybody, to a brand new video here on the second channel. And today we're looking at all the decks from the Stuttgart Regional Championships. This is the first major tournament we've had in the Phantasmal Flames format. So we're going to see some new cards have an impact on the game. And these results were honestly kind of shocking and surprising. I didn't expect the results to be like this, but in today's video, we're going to look at all of them and analyze the meta, look at all the decks that did well, what new cards actually made an impact, and see if there's any other new cool cards that did well in the tournament. Starting off here with the first place deck, we did see Charizard win the tournament, which is kind of a shock. Charizard is not a bad deck or anything. I just didn't expect it to win, but it is actually still fairly well positioned. But the one that won the tournament was a Charizard Terapagos Dusknoir Pidgeot deck. It was not Charizard Dusknoir the way we've seen it being built. It's a Terra build of the deck, which I think is actually interesting. I think this deck is slightly weaker into item lock because there's no Pidgeotto in the deck. You're not getting Pidgeot out as effectively enough, but the deck still ended up winning it anyways. I mean, if you want to see the finals game between Duskbolt and Charizard, the option is there. This deck is cool. It does have more tricks thanks to Noctowl. It's playing a very heavy count of Dawn. So the deck that won the tournament was playing a brand new supporter engine here with 4 Dawn. There's no Lily in the deck. Just Dawn, Iono, Briar, Boss. Pretty straightforward stuff. The deck definitely does look pretty strong in this format, and we'll have to see if this deck can actually continue to see success post-Stuttgart. It did beat Duskbolt in the finals, which definitely is interesting, because I would assume Duskbolt is favored into this deck, but it's just a classic Duskbolt deck. There's no new cards, no Dawn, nothing like that. Just classic Duskbolt. I think it's actually the same person who won Lil Regionals, I think, right? Yeah, so Alexander has been on a tear recently and almost was able to win another major with Duskbolt. We did see Goldengo have a pretty good run, a couple in top 8, one to get top 4. This one was not playing Mawile, opted to play a Monkey Dory instead for the extra bit of healing and technically extra bit of damage. The Monkey's not bad. It does help a bit into Guardy Jelly because it does give you a little bit more damage to work with, especially if you are attacking with Soul Rock. You can go like Soul Rock Monkey against Frillish, which I guess is a cute idea. And then we had another Duskbolt in top 4. This one did play Dawn in the deck, however. So this one, yeah, did have the Dawn in there. Then we did have another Charizard in top 8. We had Oyvind here making top 8. I mean, just been on a complete tear with the Zard deck. He was playing the Dusknoir version too, but was playing the one we saw Jackson play with the Pidgeot, Klefki, Tafsagiri, and stuff like that. Played Mesagoza and Artisan. Opted to play Secret Box as his ace-spec over something like the Max Belt, which I guess does make sense. Actually, what was the first place ace-spec again? It was Prime Catcher. So yeah, this one had Prime. This one had Secret Box for more consistent pop-off and setup. Charizard, I guess, was decent. I mean, its Guardian matchup isn't bad, and then obviously Goldengo should hopefully be decent, especially the 2 builds here that were a little bit quicker. The Charizard Noctowl and the Charizard Pidgeot build. We had a couple more Dengos in top 8 here. Daniel Magda, who obviously did win a regional this season with Dengo. Ran it back with a top 8 if it wants to load. Ran it back with a top 8 and was playing the Mawile again. I think he just basically is playing the same list he's been basically just playing. Opted to play Mawile over Lopunny. That was kind of the big thing this weekend, was all the Goldengo decks were looking like they were going to play Lopunny instead of Mawile or Lucario, but kept it with the Mawile. But we did actually see a bit of Mawile used on stream. It's good into the Guardy Jelly matchup, and it does have value there, so it makes sense why the Mawile continued to see play in the list. And we had another Dengo here, also playing the Mawile. This one had Lavencia, though, for a little bit of extra energy recovery support. Also went with the 3 Goldengos, which I think might be a little bit more common now. It's just 3 Dengos in the deck instead of 4. But yeah, did have the Mawile in there still. It was like, Mawile is still just such a good attacker. I'm going to play it anyways. And I like the idea of Lavencia in this build quite a bit. So, and then we had another Duskbolt in top 8. So the top 8 was like Dusknoir, Dragapult, Goldengo, and Charizard. That was literally the top 8. Kind of crazy. This one did not play Dawn either, so it was another Dawnless Bolt deck. Only one Dawn Bolt deck, but Dawn had an impact in the top 8 because it was in the Charizard Noctowl deck that won the tournament, so it did still have quite an impact. Outside the top 8, there was a Django in ASIM, which I'm surprised to see this deck do this well, because I think it's just weaker Joltik Box, but it is still good. I mean, Joltik Box is still a good deck, and it still has the core of a Joltik Box deck, right? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it fares well into the Dengo Mirror just because of, like, the Soul Rock 1-prize board state is kind of annoying. You can build a Iron Hands, though, take the first 2 prizes, I guess. So maybe the Mirror is actually pretty good. Now, the big story was Guardy did not make top 8. Considering I think this deck is honestly BDIF right now by far. I think Mega Diancie gives this deck such a big upgrade. I mean, I gassed Diancie up in my past couple of videos talking about the Stuttgart Regional Championships. I was like, dude, Diancie is too good. It's going to have such a big impact. Guardy's going to win the tournament. Guardy didn't even make top 8, which I honestly don't know how that happened. I seriously don't know how Guardy didn't make top 8. Like, Guardy should have easily won this tournament. This was Guardy's tournament to win. I know Charizard was, pretty good in top 8 there, and Dragapult, which, Guardy can still beat Dragapult. And then Goldengo obviously is not favored sometime. But I don't know, man. Just Guardy not winning blows my mind. Like, I was like, dude, Diancie just makes this deck even better than it already was. But yeah, we did see the highest placing Guardy list was Guardy Jelly with a 2-2 Jelly line and added the Mega Diancie in the deck. Kept the Latias and the Turo that we've been actually seeing too. And then we got another Charizard here. It's the same 60s as Waven in top 8. Yeah, Charizard had a good weekend. And then we had Rune also playing Guardy Jelly. This might have been a Henry Chow list. I think he credited Henry Chow on Twitter or something. But yeah, once again, included that Mega Diancie. Just kind of insane we didn't see Guardy Jelly win. This doesn't mean Guardy Jelly's a bad deck. I just think Europe just didn't respect it or something happened. Because I actually am just shocked Guardy wasn't even in top 8. Like, this was Guardy's tournament to win. Like, Diancie is so good. I mean, I'm sure we'll see Guardy win Toronto. It'll probably happen. We had a bunch of Dengos here in a row. It was a Dengo Rocks with a Cram in there. No Megas. And then we had another Dengo played by Owen Kamerman, who was playing the Lopunny in the deck, but also kept the Crammer in the deck for the mirror match and played a TM Evo. I like the idea of Team Evo. I've thought about playing that in Goldengo myself because it gives you a better board in other matchups like Terror Box, and it does allow you to get your Lopunny out against Cornerstone, so you don't have to worry about your Baniri getting bossed immediately, which is something that I did experience with playing the Wall Breakers in Dengo. Is sometimes Cornerstone just bosses it, and you're forced to find Rod, and even if you do find Rod, they just have another boss, like, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, the Lopunny was kind of the big new addition to Dengo, though Mawile had the best performance this weekend, so will we just continue to see Mawile be standard in Dengo? I don't know. The problem with Mawile is a 3-prizer that can be a starter, where Lopunny you can actually not start with, which is good. And you start Baniri, which keeps your board 1-prizers. This one also had Mawile in it in the top 16, so just a great weekend for Mawile Goldengo. So maybe we'll just continue to see Mawile do well. Mawile is slightly better into Guardy Jelly. Lopunny doesn't one-shot the Jellicent. You can hit it and then smack it with your second attack, but it's a lot better when you can just smack it with the Mawile and just one-shot it. Also, Mawile comes up more in the late game. You can boss a Guardy for 320 damage if you take 4 prizes. Where Lopunny can't do that. You have to rely on them benching Fed. So if they charm it, it's kind of cooked. Another Guardy Jelly here with the Diancie and the Latias. Turos. This is kind of the standard Guardy list we'll be seeing, I guess. With the Turo and the Diancie and Latias. But yeah, just crazy Guardy didn't win. And there was a few in top 16. It was close. I don't even think one made ASIM, which is also kind of crazy. Another Dengo Rocks here. This one played the Mega Lucario. Mega Lucario I don't think is bad either. It's still just a really strong attacker. It gives you the most, firepower when you need it early on in the game, though you have a lot of firepower with Goldengo. So that's, I'm starting to debate now. Is, Lucario, Lopunny, or the Mawile really better? Which one of those 3 Megas is better? Is there a 4th Mega we don't know about? No, probably not. We did see Fabian actually get top 32 with the Dragapult Blaziken deck. He's been playing for a while. He did play this deck to the last European Regional, I think, or LEIC, I think it was. It was LEIC, I think. And yeah, he's playing the 1-price Blaziken, got Reversal in there, Double Monkey, he's got the Petron in there for that Dark Attacker. It's a really cool list, really cool deck. If you want to play something a little bit different while still keeping to Dragapult, this is a really cool deck to try out. It's got a lot of tricks, a lot of cool plays it can make. Another Guardy Jelly here, once again, playing the Diancie. Didn't play the Latias or the Turo, though. Just interesting. We got a straight pull deck with Jelly in top 32. I've seen Dragapult start to play Frillish recently. I've played against it myself. It's kind of annoying. It makes your Dengo matchup a little bit better, which is obviously one of the weaknesses of Pult. Its Dengo matchup is a little shaky. This one opted to play Jelly. I've actually thought about playing Jelly and Pult before too. It's an idea that I've come up with. I never made a deck on it or anything, but I'm like, I wonder if you could just play Jellicent and Dragapult. Because you can use Frillish. You already play Psychic Energy. Jelly's a pretty good card. So it's a cool list here. And it got top 32, so it had a pretty good run for sure. That's a cool 60. Raging Bolt managed to make top 32. It was an Owless Bolt, too, with Unfair Stamp and 4 Pokemon Catcher. Wow, that's pretty crazy. Not going to lie. And we had a couple more Guardy Jellies here. Let's click on these. This one did not run a Diancie. This one did have the Diancie. Then we had another Dust Bolt here. No Dawn in this one. No new cards. And we had a Flareon make top 32. That's cool. I mean, Flareon, I think, is still a fine deck. It's pretty strong still. Nothing too crazy here, just kind of the same list we've been seeing. I don't think the deck gained much. I mean, you could play Dawn in the deck. If you're really in Pidgeot, it doesn't hurt to maybe try Dawn, because you can Dawn for a basic, a stage 1, so you get like an evolution, and then get Pidgeot. Dawn could be decent in here, or is Hilda just better? I don't know. Dawn good in Pidgeot? Flareon? I don't know. It's a cool concept, though. Another Dragapult Dusknoir. This one did have the Dawn in there. Then we had a Kangaboof in top 32. I'm not surprised to see this. I think this deck's actually really good in this format. Not really good, but I think it's underrated in this format, I should say. Because the Jumbo Ice Cream is actually a really strong card in this deck. And while you're not using Absols, you don't have that Dark Presence you have for the Guardian matchup, Jumbo Ice Cream is pretty good to have regardless, right? And I think this deck has a lot of power behind it. It's hard to deal with sometimes, which is what makes it good. Also, if you don't really know how to pilot the deck, or play against the deck, I should say, it could be pretty tough to beat. We had a low-punting Dusknoir make top 32. I think I did predict this. I was also hoping Sharpedo would be in top 32. I don't think we saw Sharpedo make top 32. I'm sure we'll see one in day 2, but Mega Low Punny Dusknoir did make it to top 32. So one person did cash with the Low Punny this weekend, which is interesting. I think this deck is strong. We did see a little bit of it on stream in Stuttgart. I don't know how good the deck is fared into the Charizard matchup and the Guardy matchup and then the Dragapult matchup. And maybe this deck is real, maybe it's fake, I don't know. Maybe it's just worse Dust Bowl. Maybe that's just kind of the thing, right? But I think this deck is stronger. It's a little bit more aggressive than Dust Bolt, obviously, right? You have more pop-off potential, which is kind of the thing with the deck. Another Zard here, making top 32, just playing the Ghosts, the Max Belt, the C-Spec. Another Dust Bolt here with the one of Moltres. That's something we've seen, and Moltres and Dawn. So 2 new cards. The Moltres obviously helping a little bit against thing. We had another Guardy Jelly here. The Moltres went against Dengo. But yeah, we had another Guardy Jelly with the Diancie in there. We had another Terrazard make top 32. This one was playing Wellspring Ogerpon. So the first places did not play Wellspring. This one is playing Wellspring and plays a thinner line of Dusknoir, just playing a 1-1 line of Dusknoir. Also a 1-1 line of Pidgeot. So just try to fit more in the deck with the inclusion of the Wellspring and the Crispins and the Water Energies and stuff. I don't hate it, though. Right, you have that late game Zard Sweeper. Now, here's where things get interesting. Outside of the top 32, there were some very cool Stage 2 decks. Like, for example, Garchomp did pretty good in the tournament here outside of the top 32. We saw one Garchomp here do well. Now, is this deck real? I don't know. The deck is strong. Garchomp is sometimes tough to deal with if you don't have a great way to, like, one-shot it. It actually is a little scary. But it's awesome to see the deck have a good run. This is, I think, Garchomp's highest placement yet in a regional, or an IC for that matter. So, really cool stuff to see. And it was just kind of the vanilla build. It's got the Rose Raids in there, the Toadcruel. Pretty cool stuff. There's a couple Dust Bolts I skipped over. We don't really need to look at Dust Bolt. It's like the same 60, right? Another Charizard top 32. This one opted to play Moltres over Chiyu. Also played Hero's Cape too. This actually might have been on stream, I think. This list might have been on stream, if I remember correctly. The Hero's Cape Charizard I don't hate either right now. It's good in the mirror. It helps a lot against Dengo too. They run out of retrievals. And then we had a Slacking outside of top 32. Slacking Pidgeot Ghost with Grand Tree. So that's cool. I mean, just another really fun Stage 2 Pokemon. It's kind of like the Greninja deck in a way, except you're not using Mirage Barrage. You're just using this really powerful Slacking card. It's like Charizard, potentially a bit weaker because you're not playing a dark Pokemon, but Slacking does do more damage early on. So it's like more efficient at taking knockouts when you need to, as opposed to Charizard, where sometimes you have to kind of play the waiting game or use Dusknoir to like take big prizes. Another low punny Pidgeot Dusknoir deck here outside of top 32. Another Flareon deck here, playing the Pidgeot also. And then, once again, we had another low punny Dusknoir deck outside top 32. So a lot of low punny Dusknoirs outside of the top 32 makes sense. Only one was able to get in. We'll have to see if this deck can continue any momentum going forward, or if the deck falls off a little bit. But it's cool to see a few of them actually do well. There's only one cash, though, but it's fine. I mean, low punny's highest performance was in Goldengo, which I'm not surprised to see. Right. And the Dingo Rocks here with no Megas, just playing the Cram. We had a Terrabox deck do well. I think Terrabox is still like a fine play for this tournament. It's got the Mega Mawile in there as your attacker. I like the idea of Mawile in there. Yeah, cool stuff. Not bad at all. And then we got another Charizard Pidgeot deck here. Check out this one. I see another crazy list here coming up, actually. And now Alakazam, what the heck? But yeah, we got a Zard here. It looks like it was just something similar to what Gabrielle played to LAIC. The Gouging Fire, the Monkey in there, Double Mist. Yeah, it looks like pretty similar to what Gabrielle Fernandez played. Could it be well, not the same 60, because he added the new Charmeleon in the deck. Might be the only change, actually. It's the new Charmeleon. Cool stuff. I mean, the deck's still good, right? Another low punny Dusknoir deck here. It's got the Pidgeot in there. All the lists have been playing Pidgeot, so that might be a standard in the deck going forward. Another Dengo Rocks, but no Cram, actually. Just playing Secret Box Lavincia, 2 energy. The Guardy here, and this one was the Turbo Guardy with Driftloon, Screamtail, but was playing one Frillish, still to do some item lock shenanigans, had that Diancie in there, and then another Dengo Rocks with a Monkey and a Cram, and an Erica. I kind of like this list, actually. I don't hate it. Those are decent tech cards. And then we got a Grimmsnarl. But this was not Frostlass Grimmsnarl. It was just kind of a Grimmsnarl Toadscruel deck, trying to really utilize Toadscruel to help the Dengo matchup. But yeah, still has the monkeys obviously in there. Tassu, Psyduck, Yveltal, Bundle, Blood Moon. Just no Frostlass. Just opted for Toadscruel instead to be a bit more disruptive, which is interesting. So that's kind of cool. Another Dustbolt. No Dawn. And then we had an Alakazam in top 64. This is also, I think, Alakazam's highest placement so far. Cool stuff. I mean, the deck got upgrades, right? Battle Cage and Dawn are really good in the deck. Also, Wonder Patch. I forgot to mention that. But yeah, Dawn and Battle Cage are like the big new additions to Alakazam. So who knows? Maybe we'll see Alakazam cash sometime in the future. Maybe. We kind of need rotation to happen for that, maybe. Because like there's too many spread decks holding it back, I think. Another Guardy Jelly in top 64 here with the Turo. Got the Diancie in there. Another Dengo Rocks with just Cram. Had the Lana's 8 in there. We had a Kangaskhan Absol. So yeah, this deck did underperform this tournament. This is the first Kangaskhan Absol deck we've seen. We did see Kangaskhan Bouffalon, just not Kangaskhan Absol. So it didn't have as good of a showing. I'm not surprised to see that. I think this deck was a little bit weaker just because of the Diancie being a bit more of a threat for the Guardy matchup. And then also, like, Dengo. It's a little sketchy. Even with the Cornerstone, like, they're just going to be playing low punny now, right? Which just is kind of hard to beat. Another Guardy Jelly with, once again, Diancie. Just, yeah, all going to be looking like that. Another Dengo Rocks. And let's see what this Dengo Rocks had. This one did also have the low punny in there. Also playing Cypher Maniac as a 1-of, which I don't hate. Cool stuff. Another Guardy. This one was Fluttermane Guardy, the third Guardy deck that I think a lot of people don't know is actually secretly busted. No Diancie, though, in this one. Opted just to not run Diancie. Just kept it with the Fluttermane, which is actually very interesting. But yeah, I don't hate it. Fluttermane's still good right now. It's not terrible in a Dengo. Well, they have Picnic Basket, though. It's, like, not great. I don't know. Fluttermane Guardy's cool, though. It's, like, fine. It's good. We got a Grim here with the Frostless doing decent. Grim was, like, also fine for this tournament. With all the Charizard doing well, I wonder if it was not bad. Speaking of Zard, there's one below it. Just playing the Ghosts, playing the Secret Box as the spec there. Another Kanga Absol deck. The Xerosic and the Eerie. I think it's probably the way you have to play it. Like, Cornerstone is still good for Dengo, but again, if they have Low Punny and Lucario and Mawile, it's just tough. If they're not playing it, it's a lot more winnable. Maybe just play all of it, Cornerstone and Eerie and Xerosic, just be as disruptive as possible. Or maybe just play Xerosic Eerie with Frillish instead. Maybe that's just better. But then Dengo's playing Lana and Levincia. So I don't even know if that works, to be honest. Another Turbo Guardy here. We got another Dengo. This one was really cool, though. We had a Typhlosion Goldengo in top 64. I forgot about this. This one is really interesting. So I saw this on Twitter, but yeah, congrats to this person for having a pretty good performance with a very unique take on Goldengo. Now, question is this a good Dengo deck? Is it real? I'm not sure. It does seem a little bit more inconsistent than Dengo Rocks, because your engine is mostly just relying on Quilava to get you stuff. But this deck does have more firepower, quite literally. And it has a better mirror match, because as long as you don't start Fez or Genesect, Typhlosion trades really well into their one-prizers, because Solrock can't knock out Typhlosion. It can't even knock out Quilava without the damage buffs. And, of course, you can one-shot their Dengos. Typhlosion does do a lot of damage, so you can knock out big Pokemon like Pidgeot. And you have other one-KO capabilities with Goldengo. I don't know. This deck is really cool. And, I mean, I think it's a sick Dengo list. So, really nice that I was able to do decent in the tournament. It's a pretty cool Dengo 60 for sure. Top 64, another Turbo Guardy, and then another Zard here in top 64, playing at the Secret Box of spec. We got another Dengo Rocks here outside of it. Another Poltnor with no Dawn. Opted to play Brock Scouting. I saw a bit of an argument on Twitter over like Brock Scouting or Dawn in Poltnor. Another Dengo Rocks. This one did have the Low Punny and the TM Evo, which I do like. Another Zard deck with the Secret Box Dusknoir stuff. Another Dengo Rocks here, playing the Mega Mawile. Can't add once again. This one did have Xerosic and Penny. Xerosic and Eerie, sorry, and Cornerstone. See, kind of going all in. Just maybe this makes your Dengo matchup a bit better. I don't know. Does it? It might. Another Zard deck with the Gouging Fire actually in there, but still playing Secret Box and Dusknoir. It's interesting. I'm curious to see if there's going to be any more of the slow Zard list that Gabrielle played. We saw one so far. So, interesting. More Dengo Rocks and Zard. Honestly, a lot of Goldengo and a lot of Charizard, which is honestly kind of crazy to see. This one did play Mega Lucario and Trolley. A couple more Zards here. The Ghosts. And this one also playing the Ghost and the Maxwell. Opted to play a Blowtorch. That's cool. New card. And we got another Dango Rocks, just plain Omega, just to cram. Had the Levincia in there, though. We had our highest placing Sarah Ledge here at 77th place with the Drillbur. Okay, cool. Got the Blowtorch in there. I like it. Obviously just weaker than Dango, which is why we didn't see Sarah Ledge 2 as well. Another Dragapult with the Double Dawn, Double Hilda. Let's go. Another Charizard. The Dusknoir and the Max Bell. So yeah, the Dusknoir Charizard deck had a pretty good weekend, I would say, overall. More Dango Rocks with no Megas there. Just playing the bundle. The Lana's 8, which is cool. All right. If it wants to go to the next page. Okay, there we go. We got Terra Box again. Let's check this list out. This one's got Kangaskhan in there. So the Mega of choice was Kangaskhan over Mawile. I don't hate it. Kangaskhan's pretty good if you can use it in Terra Box. Build it up. It's not a bad attacker. And it also has draw, which is good. More onboard draw is nice. Dango Rocks with Mawile. Another Poltnor here. No Dawn. Another Dango Rocks. Just literally just Dango Rocks, Poltnor, Dango Rocks, Poltnor. Another Poltnor. Let's check this list out real quick. Wants to load. Let's go. Load, please. I want to see the list. Has it got Dawn or not? I want to know if it has Dawn. There we go. Loaded. Oh, whoops. Had Jock in the deck. That's a supporter we haven't seen it pulled in a while. Opted to play Jock in there. Cool. All right. Let's check this Dango Rocks. This one's got the low punny in there. I like it. And the last pull in our list, no Dawn. And then we had a Joltik Box do well. We didn't see Jengo do well. But like I said, Joltik Box maybe is better than Jengo. I don't know. I mean, they're both pretty good decks. Joltik Box had a decent run here in the tournament. Playing the Mawile in there over the Clefairy, which we've been seeing more commonly used now, obviously. The Guardy Jelly with the Mawile in there and the Latias. Or the Mawile, the Diancie. Now I'm like trolling. The Poltnor did not have Dawn. Another Grimmsnarl. Anything cool in here? It's got Shaman Budu. Cool stuff. All right. Yeah, I don't think Grimm gained any new cards from the new set. Like, yeah, I don't think Grimm gained too much. I still like the idea of trying out Dawn in the deck, though. It seems kind of cool. But yeah, Grimm didn't really gain any new cards, so didn't really make that much of a difference. The Guardy with the Frillish, the Diancie, Screamtail. It's got Turbo Energize, actually, too, so that's interesting to build up your board more. Makes sense. And we had a couple more Dango Rocks, one with Low Punny, and another Dango Rocks here with the Erica and the Monkey Dory. I like it. All right, we'll skip. Well, we'll look at this Guardy list, I guess. Yeah, Diancie, Frillish, just Turbo Guardy with the Frillish. And then another Flareon with the Pidgeot. Yeah, no new cards. Nothing too crazy here. I mean, Flareon could play, like, Dawn, but I don't know if Dawn's actually good. Maybe it's just better not to play Dawn in the Flareon deck. I don't know. Flareon's still not bad. We saw a lot more Flareon in the Terra Box so far. And we got a Typhlosion deck below it here. Just a straightforward Typhlosion deck with Tassagiri and stuff. And did opt to play a Blood Moon for an extra attacker. Yeah, no Pidgeot, no Dracloak or anything. Cool stuff, I guess. Another Guardy Jelly. What does this one got? Diancie, Latias. Yep. Another Kangaboof. Take a look at this one here with the Jumbo Ice Cream in there. Yeah, underrated deck for sure. Another Charizard Noctowl deck doing decent in the terminal. Take a look at this list here. Similar. It's the same one, actually, as the first place list. That's cool. I think all of them might have converted. That's pretty sick. All right. So outside of, like, the top 100, we'll just, like, scroll through the decks and see what else is in day 2 here that looks cool. Because, like, again, we're just going to be looking at, like, more of the same Dango, Dragapult, Guardy lists, obviously. And we're kind of out of that now. We'll look at any Dango lists that don't play thing. Like, for example, another Dango Typhlosion in day 2. So there's 2 in day 2. Similar 60, I think the one difference might have been the Petrol. I think they both played Precious Trolley. So a couple Dango Typhlosions in day 2 is honestly kind of crazy. Is this deck real? I don't know. It is really cool to see this deck make a day 2 Limitless page because this deck, like, looks sick, and I've played it before. It's kind of cool. We had a Greninja make day 2. The Greninja Ghost deck with the Pidgeot and the Ignition Energy. Cool stuff. Got the Klefki in there. And a Pulsar in day 2 with Dawn in the deck. All right, Dawn's not bad. I don't mind playing Dawn and Pulsar. There's no Lily in the deck, though, which is kind of a red flag. Because I really like Lily and Pulsar, but I don't know. I do like Pulsar right now. I think it's actually a pretty solid deck in this format. The one did do okay in the tournament, but nothing too crazy. Like LEIC, it did get top 32 this time. It didn't. Another Bouffalon Kangaskhan deck here. Cool stuff. Another Sarah Ledge. Let's check out this list. Battle Cage. I wonder if that does make a difference. Is it better to play Battle Cage or Jamming Tower? I don't know. Because Jamming Tower does help a little bit against Diancie even. Because sometimes that thing can be tough to KO. Battle Cage could be decent, though, to protect your bench. I don't know. It's a cool addition. I don't hate the idea of playing Battle Cage and Sarah Ledge. Doesn't seem bad at all. What else we got here? Got a Lopunny Dusknoir here outside of it. Playing the Enriched Energy. No Pidgeot, though, in that one. What about this Lopunny Duster? This one also didn't play Pidgeot in the deck. Played a 1 of Cram. That's cool. I don't hate it. Another Terror Box. Nah, pretty standard list. Another Terrazard deck here. Same list as the first place list. That's cool. And I got another straight pulled with the jelly. Same list as the one we also looked at. So that's also really cool. I wonder if there's something cooking there for sure. Another Terror Box with the EV package. I like it. There we go. What else? Another Raging Bull. Take a look at this one. This one's got the owls in there. Battle Cage, too. Is Bull with Battle Cage good? I don't know. I mean, Area Zero is good. Jamming Tower is also good. But yeah, it's a cool addition to the Bolt deck still, nonetheless. Another Terror Box here. We'll check this list out. See if there's anything cool in this Terror Box list here if it wants to load. There we go. Nope. It's also got the EV package. Sick stuff. I like it. Yeah, EV package seems pretty good in Terror Box. I don't hate it. Another Terror Box list here with Hoopa and Absol. All right, so yeah, opted to play the Dark Energy Engine. I still don't hate this build because like Dark Attackers are pretty good right now. Though the downside of Absol is just Diancie is just such a big threat for the deck, right? That's kind of the one thing holding back playing the Mega Absols. Like you got to be a little mindful of the Mega Diancie. That's why we probably saw Mega Box underperform a little bit. It's because like Guardy gaining the Diancie is really bad. Another Alakazam making day 2 here. Cool stuff. Dawn in there, the Battle Cages, yeah, pretty good stuff. Another Pulsar here. The Hilda, no Halucha. Got jamming. Neo Upper actually was J-Spec, right? Yeah, Neo Upper actually is J-Spec. Is kind of interesting. Just can be more aggressive with Dragapult. He's got the Hildas in there, so I guess it makes sense. What else we got here? Anything else cool? Another Alakazam making day 2. Battle Cage and Dawn Engine. Yep, cool stuff. Is Alakazam the best one-prizer deck? It might be. It might be. The Typhlosion deck was doing okay in this tournament too, but I don't know. Alakazam might be the better one-prizer deck. It might be, honestly. Another Lopunny Ghosts. Ooh, this one's interesting. Got Wally, Black Belt, the Pidgeot's in there, Mew, Budew is in the deck. I definitely like Budew in the deck, too. Budew seems good, because you're kind of playing like a Dusknoir's deck, right? Right now, try to unlock him. All right, we got the first Sharpedo deck here in day 2 in Stuttgart. Take a look at this Sharpedo list. Yeah, okay, cool. It's got Viper, the Toxtricity, Purloin. What does this do? Is this check for 3 dark Pokemon? I mean, it sets your board up, I guess. That's kind of cool. Not playing the Liepard, though, is interesting. Because I've been seeing a lot of Liepard in Sharpedo. Opted to play the Hero's Cape for the A-Spec. I mean, 1 Sharpedo in day 2 is cool. We'll see if there's any more Sharpedos in day 2 here in Stuttgart. Hopefully there is. It's a cool deck, man. I like it. I want to see more of it. I want to see more Sharpedo. Maybe one day it'll actually, like, cash tournament. Did I predict cash tournament? I might have. Or maybe I said top 64. Same Pult Jelly list. Yeah, it is. It's cool. Cool concept. I rate it. The jelly's cool. Like I said, it improves your Dengo matchup because it's like, if they're playing like Levincias and stuff, it's hard to use Frillish. When you have Jelly, it's like harder for them to one-shot that, obviously. We ever first look at Crustle in day 2 here. I'm not surprised Crustle like underperformed. Like Lopunny had a big presence, I think, overall, right? The Lopunny Dusknoir deck and Dengo playing Lopunny is terrifying. Though Jumbo Ice Cream is a great upgrade for the deck. Ooh, Dengo Alakazam made day 2. All right, some really cool Dengo piles in day 2. Dengo, Typhlosion, and Dengo Alakazam in day 2. I love to see it. This is a concept I've seen before in Japan. It's not bad. Alakazam does give you an attacker versus Cornerstone. It does draw you more cards. They even played Xerosic in here, which is interesting. You know, they're attacking for the mirror. I guess it actually could be good in the mirror. I don't know. This doesn't seem bad. This might actually not be bad in the Dengo mirror. Well, I don't know, actually, because like the Soul Rock turn 1 pressure is like super annoying. I don't know if it makes a difference, but it's cool. We got another Dengo here. Ooh, Dengo Esearch Pro Scizor Lopunny. So, yeah, a lot of Dengo piles in day 2. A lot of different variants of Dengo, which I like. This is one thing I do like about Goldengo. It's a strong deck, but there's so many ways you can build it and play it. I've been seeing a lot of cool concepts for Goldengo in this tournament. I honestly don't hate the idea of Esearch Pro Dengo right now. It's just like, it's weaker into the mirror because it's harder to deal with that early rock pressure, which is the problem. Another Pult Blaziken in day 2. Same 60 as Fabian. Lovely stuff. What else do we got here? Another Dengo? Yeah, another Dengo Scizor with the Xerosic Machinations and the Mawile. Ooh, an Iron Defender. This actually might be Iron Defender's first time on Limitless. Yeah, this might be its first Limitless page. Makes your Dengo more bulkier. I guess it does help against Chiyu, so it does actually serve a purpose in the Charizard matchup. And actually, it makes all... So, it's actually better than Rigid Band, right? Because they can't go... You can Rigid Band one Dengo, but then Charizard goes Boss or Counter Chiyu. That's honestly kind of a smart idea for the Charizard matchup. 3 Battle Cage, too. A super teched out Dengo list. Yeah, a lot of really unique Dengo 60s here. I do like that idea of Iron Defender for the Zard matchup. Zard had a good weekend, too, so it definitely wasn't a bad call to play it, for sure. Another Django. It's up there for Trolley of CA spec. Another Pult Zard here. The Unfair Stamp is CA spec. Another Terror Box. What does this one got? Just, yeah, normal stuff. Cool, cool. Another low punny one. No Pidgeot, though. No low punny. Or no Pidgeot on the low punny list. And we got another Alakazam in day 2. Look at that. Boom. It's got a lot of supporters, though. Colress, Tulip, Lily, Dawn. It's got even a Budu in there. Cool. What else we got? Another Zartbolt with Cleffa and Max Belt Moltres. I like it. See, I think if you're playing Moltres, though, I do really like playing Defiance Band. Defiance Band and Max Belt. That's a cool list. 3-3-1 Dragapult line. Bit thinner on the Pult count. The Cleffa's not bad. I don't hate the idea of Cleffa in Pulsar. I guess it had heavier counter Charizard. Had a whole Armor Rouge in day 2. Cool stuff. I don't think this deck gained any new cards, unfortunately. Like, you could maybe play Lopunny, but you don't really need Lopunny. It doesn't really serve a purpose in this deck. Yeah, there are no new Megas either. Like, Mega Heracross doesn't seem very good in here. I like it, though. Hollow Box is cool, man. I want this deck to be good. Maybe with rotation, this deck will get better. Though it does lose Iron Hands. No, wait, it loses Armor Rouge. Wait, never mind, I'm trolling. Never mind, this deck's it falls off after rotation. Still, I want this deck to be good, man. It's like poor man's Lugia. You know what I mean? Ironically, poor man's Lugia, because it's Ho-Oh, the opposite of Lugia. All right, another Alakazam deck in day 2. Playing the other Alakazam that can move damage. Cool tech card. What else we got? Another Sharpedo in day 2. The Sharpedo list got the Root Bonnet as the 1 prize attacker. Still played Hero's Cape as the A-Spec. So Hero's Cape looking like it's the common A-Spec we'll see in Sharpedo. That's cool stuff. All right. See if there's any more Sharpedos in day 2. Man, I want the deck to be good, bro. It's cool. Zoroark. Oh, yeah. Talk about a fall off. I haven't even looked at a Zoroark deck yet. Oh, my God. Zoroark flopped this weekend. I mean, I'm not surprised, man. Like, Zoroark really struggles against Guardy now with Diancie. Like, Diancie gives Zoroark a really hard time. Because, like, they can just trade against you with Diancie. Diancie can take 4 prizes before it dies, which is terrible. You have no real good way to one-shot it. Not surprised to see Zoroark fall off. I don't know what the best solution is to that problem. Maybe we just have to wait till Zekrom comes out. Zekrom Max Belt maybe helps a little bit. I don't know. Well, we'll look at some early lists in Japan from the new set to see how Zoroark has added Zekrom, to see if it actually is helping in the Guardy matchup. Another Charizard with the Wellspring in there. Cool, cool. A lot more Alakazam in day 2 than I thought. Oh my goodness. Is Battle Cage just that good of a card for the deck? It might have been. This is like the tournament with the most Alakazam so far I've seen in day 2. Another Turbo, or Tank Tropico, or Tank Kangaskhan, sorry. Another Dengo. What's this one got? Yeah, bro, Bear Dengo piles in day 2. Yo, Dengo Fire Breather Sarah Ledge. I like it a lot. I did a video on this deck. Deck's really fun. I don't know. Is it better than Dengo Rocks? You do get access. Well, actually, there's no Briar in here, but you're playing the one from the other Sarah Ledge. I don't know. Cool stuff, though. These Dengo piles are just piling up in day 2. Could this be the better Fire Dengo deck to play over the Typhlosion one? I don't know. The Typhlosion one did perform better. Really cool stuff. Man, so much Dengo piles. There's one thing I love about Dengo, man. The Dengo piles are real, bro. I love how there's so many different ways you can play it. All right, I want to look at the Kangaboof deck here if it wants to load. There we go. Now it's Kanga. Man, I clicked on the other list. Oops. I want to look at the Kangaboof, man. Yeah, Frillish. See, this deck does... I feel like this deck does have a bad Dengo matchup. I know you do have the Bouffalant to give you more HP. You have Cornerstone, but when Dengo's playing Lucario, Mawile, Lopunny, it's not enough. So Frillish plus Eerie and stuff could be something you could try out. The idea is cool. It's got a couple Jumbo Ice Cream in there. I guess I had to slim down the ice cream count a little bit. Another Pulsar below it with Double Monkey and Dawn and Unfair Stamp. Cool. What else we got here? Anything cool? A lot of the same. I could click on like the Sarah Ledge list, I guess. Another Jengo. Playing Trolley. So Trolley's been the most common A-Spec in Jengo, actually, over Prime Catcher. So that's very interesting to see, actually. I don't hate it. Trolley doesn't seem terrible in the deck, right? Another Kangaskhan Bouffalant. With this, what does this do? This is actually this Bouffalant's first day 2 page, right? This Pokemon takes 20 less damage from attacks. Huh. Is this card good? I don't know what the point of that Bouffalant is. But that's his first day 2 Limitless page. A Bouffalant from Obsidian Flames. They're cooking, man. I'm not sure what it's for, though. His attack is kind of mid. All right. Another Sharpedo in day 2. Well, Optin also play Hero's Cape. So, yeah, all 3 Sharpedos we've seen so far have been playing Hero's Cape. We got another Garchomp in day 2. Cool stuff. Seeing Garchomp have a decent run this weekend was kind of sick to see, actually. Another Alakazam in day 2, obviously, with the battle cages. We had a Frostlass Monkey Dory in day 2. No Tinglu. Playing Larry's Skill. Discard your hand, search check for a Pokemon supporter or basic energy card. Broken card. Nice. What else do we got? Another Lopunny Ghost here, making day 2 with no Pidgeot. What else? Another Jengo with the Dhelmise. Also, now this is definitely this first card's day 2. If you have any Pokemon on your bench, does 80 more damage. I guess just a 1-prize efficient grass attacker. It's actually not bad in a Charizard. Is it better than Galvantula? I mean, they got both the Galvantula and the Dhelmise. I don't hate it, actually. What's this? There's no deck. Oh, whoa! Lopunny Poison Bile? Yo, let's go. This is cooking, man. It's like a Poison Toolbox type deck. You got the Moltres in there, the Sableye that... It's a Dark type... Hold up, let me click on it. Does it one-shot Guardian with Mighty Mochi? Actually, I gotta see this. Hold up. Because I know it does more damage if the opponent's active is affected by a special condition. 90 damage with a Mighty Mochi. It's 130. Oh, not quite enough to one-shot Guardy. Huh. That's cool, though. Definitely this card's first day 2 Lumos page. A lot of first day 2 Lumos pages this weekend, I've noticed. It's got the Mega Lopunny in there. And Espathra EX. Lucy's Appeal. That's a crazy list. It doesn't have an icon on Limitless. It's just so crazy. I'd probably just icon it as, like, Lopunny Boop on it, I guess. I don't know. That's cool, though. Lovely deck. Cool stuff. Yeah, these Poison Pals are cool. I've seen a few of them in Japan, so it's cool to see one actually make day 2. That's sick. Another Alakazam making day 2 here. A lot of Alakazam in day 2. That deck might be real after all. Another Lopunny Dusknoir. Also not playing Pidgeot. Conkeldurr in day 2. I mean, still a decent deck. It's good. I mean, is it better than Alakazam or Typhlosion? I don't know. It's always going to make day 2, though. It's Conkeldurr, man. Another Alakazam in day 2. What does this one got? It's the same stuff. Sick. What else we got here? Anything else? Another Lopunny Dusknoir. We had a Kangaskhan Fortunes day 2. Is this deck's first day 2? Well, Mega Heracross got day 2. Oh, you know what? Wait, hold up. I think all of the new Megas, apart from Gengar, might have made day 2. I don't know if we saw Mega Gengar in day 2. If Mega Gengar made day 2 this weekend, all of the new Megas from Phantasmal Flames made day 2 in Stuttgart. I just realized that. So we've seen Lopunny. We've seen Diancie. Now we've got Heracross. I wasn't expecting to see a Heracross in day 2. Wow, cool stuff. This deck is a little bit better because of Jumbo Ice Cream. So I definitely want to revisit this deck, for sure. Could be the best way to play Heracross, actually, too. I know Mega Charizard got day 2 because Tord did make day 2. I'll find Tord after this. I've been skimming through all the... Like, I didn't want to look at like every single list, but if Gengar got day 2, unfortunately, I don't think it did. If we do see a Mega Gengar in day 2, every new Mega from Phantasmal Flames made day 2. That is hype. All right. Another Blaziken Dragapult here with the Elgyem in day 2. Sick stuff. Mega Venusaur in day 2. Lovely stuff. Got Dawn in there, a new card. Got Woshin EX, Toedscruel EX. All the grass Pokemon in there. Put them all in the deck. And the Lopunny Ghosts. No Pidgeot. Zoroark in day 2 with the Lopunny. I like it. Did a video on that deck. All right. Team Rocket got day 2. Wow, okay. Yeah, cool stuff. Squeaked it in. All right. I need to find Tord real quick. So Tord did make day 2 with Charizard, and he was playing Mega Charizard, so he technically made day 2 with Mega Charizard. There he is. I did a video on his deck on the main channel if you want to go check it out. So yeah, Tord also got day 2 with Megazard. I don't think Gengar got day 2. Dude, all Gengar needed to do is make day 2. It's a good card, bro. Oh, man. That would have been so cool. They debut for Phantasmal Flames format, and all the new Megas would have made day 2. But I think we just missed out on Gengar. I mean, somebody could have played in one of the Charizard decks. I don't think it did get day 2, though. That would have been so hyped, though. Because Heracross got day 2 of all cards. Like, I thought that card sucked, but even that's in day 2. But not Gengar, bro. That's crazy. Anyways, here's Tord's Charizard list. Again, I did a video on this deck on my main channel today. If you want to go check that out, definitely go watch it after this one. And there you go. Those are the Stuttgart regional results. Is there... Hold up. Let me see something. Is there... Dude, I have to know if Gengar got day 2. I don't think it did, though, sadly. I don't think we saw Mega Gengar in day 2, unfortunately. Let's see. Oh. That doesn't help. That's for Goldengo. Huh. Well, unfortunately, I'm just going to say that, yeah, it probably didn't get day 2. If only Gengar got day 2. Anyways. there you go. Those results from Stuttgart. Some big shocks. Guardy didn't make top 8. I don't know how that happened. Guardy is S tier with Diancie. Charizard won the tournament. It was Charizard, which technically has a weaker matchup against Item Lock. Crazy that it won. Very weird results. I mean, I don't know. EU is a bit different, so maybe we'll see these shifts apply into our regional in Toronto, which I think is next American regional. Very interesting results. Nonetheless, let me know what you think of them down in the comment section below. I'll see you in another video. Have a good day. I'll leave a link to Limus if you want to go check out any of the decks for yourself. There's a lot of really cool stuff in day 2. F in the chat for my boy Mega Gengar.